Katy and I try not to have many expectations of the places we visit, but after just 1 week in Bahia Honda, this beautiful slice of Panama will remain in our hearts forever. I think about the randomness of it all. Domingo and his family were probably just as surprised when we first anchored here. Two completely separate paths, converging for a brief yet impactful moment. And while no lifestyle is without its hardships, the simple life of this family, only connected to the outside world in small, necessary ways, is as beautiful as it looks and sounds. On and off the camera, the moments of getting to know these people have been the highlight of our time in Bahia Honda, and in Western Panama as a whole. It's a shame to hear that most boats don't want to interact with these lovely people, and that over the years there has been a decline in the number of cruising boats stopping here. That being said, if you are ever cruising through Western Pacific Panama, we would highly recommend this wonderful place, especially because it also has the perk of great sleep. So now our time here has come to an end. The ocean is calling, our transient lifestyle beckoning us to the next place. It's always bittersweet, coming and going just like the tide, but the prospect of renewing our backyard yet again always sounds good. A new country, Costa Rica, is on the horizon, but not without an adventure first. So hit that subscribe, and welcome to Sailing Seawind. Well, it's a lazy morning. Coffee and fresh papaya, courtesy of Domingo. Can I have a piece?
Yeah, I'm eating my half, and then you can have your half.
Oh, you're eating your half. Oh, I see. Okay.
A few moments later.
This is the freshest papaya that I've ever had.
Very good. Have all these coconuts and bananas and plantains from Bahia Honda and our friends. They give us a lot of yellow ones, which are, you might see like yellow ones or green ones. Those are young coconuts, and so they're not good for the meat, but you can get the coconut water. And then we have one mature coconut, which is going to be really good for coconut meat and water. You can hear the water. So instead of doing the machete on the deck, with the ones with the water, we are just drilling a hole in the side. Drilling a hole in the side and then putting it in the funnel and then drilling a hole at the top to remove the suction, and then all the water drains into this container. So we've done 2 coconuts so far, and you can see we have like how many milliliters?
Like about 500 milliliters.
About 500 milliliters of coconut water.
And then you get the water. Can't get fresher than this. I've been saying that a lot lately. You can't get fresher than this. Does it taste like coconut? But a watery one?
Not watery, like sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you try.
Here. Ooh.
It's almost like buttery sweet.
This is better than any coconut I've ever tasted out of a bag.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. With not a breath of wind, which seems to be something we're noticing more and more in this part of the world, we munched on our coconut, and a few hours later, the small, rocky islands that mark the entrance to Boca Chica were upon us.
We are coming up on Boca Chica. I'll go take that. I'll go take that. Kind of a tricky entrance, but yeah, we're going in a high slack tide. Should be pretty good. It's really beautiful with all these rocks here.
All the rocks. Alright, so we're coming in. Here's our forward-looking sonar, looking 360 feet in front of us. It's less accurate because we're still going about 4.9 knots, but we still have 30 feet under us. We're in this deep water channel right here. I'm going to slow down for going through here. So this is where it gets tricky because there's reef on either side. So we're at high tide right now, so we're about 10 feet above all of this. So this is the contour of the bottom. This is past and then this is future. Earlier, I just left it go because it was fine. But while we were motoring, we were making water. So the pumps are pulling a bunch of water up, and I come down periodically to check things throughout the day. I took a flashlight. I was looking down in the bilge, just making sure because the engine was running and we had everything was running. And so I looked at the seawater strainer for the water maker, and there was a fish about this big swimming around in there in that little thing. There we go. I wasn't lying. This is... He's still alive!
Oh no!
He survived!
Oh my gosh, let him free, let him free.
Poor guy.
Let him free.
Okay.
Look at all these.
Look at all these plantains. Look at that slicing and dicing by Katy May.
Plantains, I think, are one of my favorite foods.
Agreed.
Honestly. So good.
All right, in sailing seawind fashion, we have a crap load of food. A lot of food here. Look at those roasted plantains. Oh man. How good are they?
Really good, especially with some black beans, refried black
Oh
beans.
yeah. Cool. All right.
Dig into that. Good morning, everyone. I hope you slept well. Katy is on work calls, so I will be narrating this silent project. Here we have our old saltwater washdown pump. It has been diagnosed as dead per the multimeter. I also don't have any extra impellers for it. The new pump is a Whale. I've always loved the Whale brand pumps. This one is a 60 psi, so it should be really great for cleaning sticky mud off the anchor chain. And it has a built-in pressure switch, the old one of which did not, so it ran flat out when you turned the breaker on, and so it was more of a hassle. I spent some time deciding how to orient the new pump on the existing shelf and came up with this angled position in the end. I'll explain why in a minute. I fastened the pump down with some fresh stainless steel screws and washers. I then wired the pump and plumbed it in, and oh, there goes the GoPro again. I cannot wait to get the new one I ordered. Alright, so other than tidying up a few things, here it is. I angled it because that's just, the easiest for cleaning the strainer. The strainer is over the fiberglass hull, so nothing gets on the shelf. Then the intake and the outlet were on the right sides. I put a little loop. The barb on the seacock was a little bit off, and I didn't want to try to take that seacock apart in the water. It looks like this thing might need replaced at some point. That wooden block down there doesn't look too good. So this will have to be replaced at some point. Anyway, yeah, here's our new pump. Oh, it works. Sorry, my GoPro is acting up. I wired it in and woo! That is a powerful pump. I am so excited. I love when projects go smoothly. All right, hey everybody. If you remember from when we left La Playita Marina, we had to haul up a muddy pile of chain because the anchor washdown pump just all of a sudden quit on us. So thankfully we had a spare kit on board, like the whole kit, the pump and all the hoses and everything. Finally got around to installing that this morning, and we have a very high pressure saltwater washdown now on the bow of Boundless. That is going to really keep our anchor locker much more clean.
We are sailing to Costa Rica tomorrow to Monday. It's about 100 miles, so we're going to leave in the morning and get there in the morning. The weather window is looking great. Actually, in this part of Panama and Costa Rica, the weather tends to be pretty stable. We're like in between areas where there's higher winds, compression zones. They call it the papagayo winds, especially in the wintertime. So we are leaving Panama. That means that we are checking out of the country, and then on Monday we are going to be checking into Costa Rica. And this is actually the first time that we are properly checking out of a country and checking into another country while cruising. The only other time that we've checked in and out of countries was going from the United States to the Bahamas, and then from the Bahamas back to the United States. And there's actually an app that they developed. It's called the Roam app for re-entering the United States. And because Bahamas is so close to the United States, it's a fairly streamlined process. So this is the very first time where it's going to be like the full process of us transitioning from one country on our boat to another country. In some countries, like Costa Rica, there is a pretty lengthy check-in process. We're going to be checking into Banana Bay Marina in Golfito. And not only that, but at the marina, they will actually make photocopies, and the required number of photocopies of things like the passports, crew lists, official documentation of the vessel, all that kind of stuff for you to take to all these places. This should go well. We're hoping that it goes well. It's very exciting. And in a couple of hours, we are going to take our dinghy upriver to a marina where a gentleman called Carlos, he is a manager at the marina, I believe. We haven't met him yet, and I don't know his exact title. But we are going to be meeting him with all of the appropriate authorities in Panama to get our exit papers. So our passports are going to be stamped. We are going to get what's called a zarpe, which are exit papers for this country. You have to present them to the next country. This is exciting. We are going to Costa Rica tomorrow, and it is a very big deal for us. It's a cool place. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we just talked to Carlos. He owns this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful home. We are indeed in the right place, and he said that the officials are going to meet us here and to make ourselves at home on his patio. So that's what we're doing. Oh, they're here?
No, I mean, yeah.
Oh, so we're here? Beautiful place. Wow, what a nice place to live. Checking out of Panama was very easy. Carlos, the owner of the marina and this beautiful home, organized the authorities to come meet us.
Hola. Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien. Gusto en conocerlo. Mi nombre es Moisés.
Parker.
Parker.
The process cost $140 and we obtained the zarpe or exit papers from Panama, which will allow us to check into Costa Rica. We now have 24 hours to leave the country, and so the next morning we did just that. Going to Costa Rica. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Me too. Can wave goodbye to our last Panamanian port. It's exciting. In 24 hours, we'll be in a new country. Hey everybody, I hope you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to pop in here and say, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel and leave a comment, and don't forget to like the video. All of that interaction really helps our channel get spread across the YouTube universe, and it's totally free. If you're already subscribed and wondering how else you can support us, you can head over to patreon.com/sailingseawind to buy us a coffee or choose the tier of your liking. Our patrons get some pretty cool perks, including a live PredictWind tracking link and ad-free early viewing of each week's episode. All right, that is all. Back to the video. So there's this distinct line right now of this more green water, and then a hard line and dark blue water. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen. You look like the female Indiana Jones today. Dun, 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 dun.
Just getting out our life jackets and our tethers, especially when we have like a long passage and we know that there's gonna be times where you're sleeping and I'm on watch and I'm sleeping and you're on watch. That our rule is that if the other person is not outside or they're sleeping, that you have to be tethered in. So have our life jackets, our harnesses, and our tethers. So just getting those out.
Well, that was my first and hopefully only drone crash. We caught it all on camera, so you have probably already watched that. Thankfully, I only cracked the propellers. All else seems to be fine on the thing. The gimbal still works. I don't see any cracking. I am very thankful that it did not go into the ocean. I honestly am not sure how it did not, but here we are. Okay. Jeez. You're just displaying it behind me?
Yeah.
So our bananas up there are slowly becoming ripe, and I'm not one to normally like bananas, but you said that they're very good. Can you try that one?
Mm-hmm.
You think I would like it?
Yeah, do you want me to bite it, or do you want to bite it?
No, I'll bite it. No, I'll bite it. But it's still a little green. Is there any nasally taste?
No.
No nasally taste?
No.
All right.
Oh wait, that's your banana now.
It is.
Yeah.
So I woke up yesterday, actually today, at 4 a.m. Could barely swallow. Not my throat wasn't closing or anything like that, but just this really bad sore throat. Katie looked at my throat and my tonsils had white spots on them. And
The roof of your mouth had red spots.
the roof of my mouth had red spots on them. I do not have a fever and I didn't this morning, but we are thinking that I have either the beginnings of strep throat or a throat infection.
All signs point to strep.
Thankfully, we have amoxicillin on board. So I started taking that. My first one was at like 4:30 this morning. And I already feel better. So one, that indicates that it is
Infection.
an infection, a bacterial infection. And two, that the amoxicillin is seemingly working.
Yep.
These are very good. Normally don't like bananas, and I like this a lot. So we are close hauled right now, sailing at about 45 degrees apparent wind angle in about 9 to 10 knots apparent wind speed. And this is like champagne sailing right now. This is my sick boy outfit on. I still have my pajama shirt on. What are you laughing at?
It was just funny. I wasn't expecting you to say that on camera.
I don't care.
It was just funny.
She's been taking care of me. She made us hot tea with honey in it last night at 4 a.m. This morning at 4 a.m. So anyway, cue sailing montage. Look at that. Those leg biceps.
Hi, sweetie. That's fast.
Oh wow, look at her go. She's going up to our bow.
Yep. Keep going.
Hi, sweetie. Wow.
Wow.
She's right on our bow.
They're playing so hard.
Yeah. When we are sailing and my thoughts begin to pass by just like the waves, I always find myself reflecting. It takes a lot to be out here with a boat set up for safety and comfort, reliably taking us from place to place to have these experiences. Traveling like this in some ways narrows our focus, and leaving Panama behind, I can't say that I saw everything this country has to offer, not even close. But what I do know is that in the last year, Katy and I successfully moved our lives to a new country, onto a new boat, and have had a wild adventure between then and now. It's hard to explain what that is like. Understandable maybe if you experience it for yourself. Taking every moment as it comes, and every hurdle with a grain of salt. Easier some days than others, but such is life. These reflective thoughts always come with feelings of gratitude, and of how proud I am of us. So now, with Costa Rica, an entirely new country on the horizon, it's easy to think about all of the things we will see and do. But as I sail, I understand more and more about how beautiful it is to surrender myself to the present moment, to what is all around me and to this beautiful life I've built with the woman that I am in love with. Next week we sail through the night, the new day reveals the Costa Rican coastline, and we begin to discover what this beautiful new country will be like for us.